ma'am. I think US is also coming with something similar. And therefore, increasingly, the focus on how we are kind of aligned with these global sustainability norms, how we are adopting the ESG into our own processes, that would be very, very. And therefore, what framework, which is the Viksit framework, it has broadly 6 key levers, which are the export accelerators. Now, Viksit is, while in Viksit means development, but here in our context, it's an acronym. It stands for as follows. We will stand for value addition. So it's not just, like I said earlier, it's not just volume-led growth, but also value added. We need to look at examples. We need to learn from countries like Taiwan. Look at what they have done, from semiconductor chips to the other very interesting example is the sportswear. Taiwan is one of the largest exporters of sports gear, especially all the brands which we wear, the sports brands that we wear, footwear. It's all.
One of the key things is ESG and the sustainability factor, and the other one is the adoption of technology in quality. So how do you see that happening in the Indian industry, in your sector or otherwise in general?
See, ESG is a very, very important element today. As we all know that we are all concerned about the global warming and all. Lot of innovations in the country is happening on the ESG front. It's a very important sector for our country, and the kind of penetration what we are seeing from the government end, I would say this is growing at a CAGR of around 80%. Today, if we are seeing, when I'm talking of the resource, MSCB is a strength for the country, it's a backbone. When we are seeing like all the world largest, the best of the companies and all, they want to come up in India. They see a lot of ancillary support on the product side, and they see the strength on the MSCB side. So this is really very important for us. And the kind of growth we are seeing in the country, if the country is growing, when we are seeing the GDP is growing, so it cannot grow without the back. Grow and across all the value chain. When we are talking from the automobile, like today, most of the world largest automobile company, they are thinking India as a manufacturing hub. Or we talk of the defense side, And when we are talking of anything artificial.
India to on screen. So when we were thinking of who we should invite for this event as a speaker, and especially given the unfortunate incident that happened recently in Kolkata, I thought that we need to bring an inspiring woman, someone who believes, not only believes, but epitomizes Nari Shakti. And I think Bhumi is one such actress, leader, and I think I'm very proud that the work that she does actually brings in the stories on screen of women from all over the country. Be it
That was quite an introduction, and you pretty much reminded me of what the last 9 years for me as an actor have been, and I'm very humbled because I've received so much love, and all those opportunities that were given to me were given because I love what I do and I work extremely hard, like all of us do. But I feel like I've been blessed because of the films that have come my way. And as you rightly said in your introduction, I found my purpose with my first film. I was very clear that I want to give back through my art, and I have this massive platform that supports me to do so. I have seen the power of cinema.
People look up to you. Even when we are out, we see so many people come to you and say, I really love what you did. You gave me hope, you gave me. I mean, it's so powerful. I always say hope is the most powerful thing in the world, because everything else is I don't know if you ever watched the movie Fizza back in the day with Hrithik Roshan. And in that, it's a movie that the roles that you portray gives so much hope to women, gives so much, I would say truly, you are an embodiment of Nari Shakti. I often joke with Bhumi when I see her that I think she's a secret superhero, who's like fighting crime at night instead of, shooting. But I think from this perspective, how do you see yourself? In terms of as a beacon of hope for people, but at the same time, what more do you think we could do so that women feel safe in the workplace, including in the film industry? That's an issue there.
Well, I feel any kind of gender bias, violence against women is not an India problem, it's a global problem. this is years of generational conditioning. I think it also stems from a place that even though we are trying to create an equal footing, an equal playground, that's we've still not been successful. I, on an everyday basis, do deal with casual sexism. At the start of it, when I started, I didn't even know it was something that I was dealing with. Until I had like my seniors or women that I look up to that told me that is not okay, you have to stand up for your right. And I'm trying to do the same for the younger generation or girls that are going to come into the world now, where I want them to know that okay, we as a generation are trying to create a safe. I feel
entertaining and impactful session. Thank you so much.
Played my first international tournament. I thought I felt as if I've done something for myself. I represented myself for the first time when I had Indian flag on my chest. I felt I'm representing my country in another country. I used to carry one Indian flag with me, and with a lot of pride, we used to travel for tournaments. Just 3 years before, I was still recovering from an accident and in a hospital bed. I mean, I felt I'm out there. I can do anything. I started dreaming bigger. I never thought I could be a world champion, but I decided that I want to be trained by the best of coaches. I want to be trained by the best of people. So I started looking out for that. In 2017 and in 2018, I got an opportunity to meet Gopi sir, and by then I had achieved a few titles on my name. I met.
So I don't think so, Mr. Ganguly, Dada needs any introduction, but let me speak a few words before. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the plenary session 4 of the ICC Annual Session and AGM. Today, we are honored to be in the presence of someone who has not only left an inedible mark on the world of cricket, but also has redefined leadership on and off the field. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the god of offside, our very own Dada, renowned Indian cricketer, former captain, cricket team of India, Mr. Sourav Ganguly.
Thank you everybody.
For us in India, cricket is far more than just a sport, as we all know. It's an emotion that unites us all.